We like it here because it's a real death conveyor for Russians. Look, we have cluster munitions from the Uragan MLRS. We prayed and we prayed well, and God sent us a whole box. And this is a 7-kilogram fragmentation munition from Tochka U. Again, it was a Christmas present. All this will be sent back with our love.
This is Alexei, Master Sergeant of the Achilles Battalion, specializing in assault drones. He is showing us the munition workshop, where technicians turn basically any explosives into a proper projectile for an FPV drone. This room is full of all types of explosives known to man. A big part of it is trophy munitions, and in this video we will try to show the full circle of how Russian munitions are being sent back to the original owner.
For example, this was from an American small anti-bunker grenade launcher. Here's the tube. We also deliver it to the bunkers and it works perfectly. AT-4 was dismantled, all Soviet and American RPG rounds. It's nothing strange for us. We get the munition, read the literature, and then disassemble it. We have no other choice. We have limited resources and cannot throw something around left and right. We have to use everything, including trophy ammunition. Last summer, we took out about 10 tons of ammunition from enemy positions. By the new year, we sent it back in the opposite direction. Someone joked that it is very environmentally friendly.
At least 5 technicians are working at the same time. Among them is Zhuk. He shows us how to properly prepare a trophy RPG-7 round for an FPV drone. The main point of his manipulations is to make the projectile as light as possible. The rule is simple: the lighter the shell, the further the drone travels with it.
We all used to be civilians. I've got experience in construction, both working and teaching. This job is about handling tools, so it's not that different. The important thing is to be careful, since we're dealing with very dangerous ammo.
After the application of electronics, which we won't talk much about, the shells are packed and sent directly to combat units. But the projectile needs a proper delivery tool, so before going to the front line, we want to visit one more location. This is one of the workshops of the Achilles Battalion, where the engineers are assembling FPV drones for the warzone deployment. Currently, this workshop is preparing around drones per day, but they only aim for more.
My call sign's Dev, real name Danilo, and I run this FPV workshop. We get the FPV drones ready-made from the manufacturers. The guys then flash them with our custom settings and set up the controls. Every drone gets tested thoroughly. Transmitter controls video, the whole works. After that, they're taken to the training grounds and flown for 5 kilometers each. Before they're handed over to the combat team, we want to test them as much as possible. This way, we weed out about 10 to 20% of each batch. Those drones either get sent back to the manufacturer or fixed up here. We buy the parts, and the guys resolder and replace what's needed in order to get them back into the air.
We've seen many units that operate FPVs, but here in this workshop I realized it's a full-grown enterprise. The management would probably match some IT startup company. The processes are being standardized, and because the sphere is so new and evolving, it's challenging. But such an approach seems to have advantages. Yuri, the battalion commander, shares some simple math with us.
We've calculated that the battalion is currently over half-staffed. For the state and Ukraine, our total monthly cost, including ammunition, is around $3 million. Once fully staffed, maintaining the unit will cost around 6 to 7 million per month. This includes weapons and everything else needed for combat missions. I'll send you the April report, and you'll see that we destroyed around $100 million worth of enemy equipment that month alone. Sometimes, and quite often when we're low on ammunition, we play a decisive role in battles, repelling enemy attacks and advancing our forces.
As the night falls, we head to the front line. Achilles units stand around the Bakhmut area, where a powerful Russian offensive towards Chasiv Yar has been in progress since late February 2024.
We're headed to the positions where our guys working every night, launching attacks on the enemy. These technologies, these strike systems, are a real nightmare for the enemy. I always picture it like a bear trying to force its way in, while a swarm of bees attacks it, keeping it constantly distracted.
It's a 6x3 dugout with 4 men. Arrival of the 2 of us makes the room pretty cramped. Nevertheless, the guys are welcoming. Before the big war, they were just a group of friends interested in drone racing. And here they are, a dream of every teenager, with a hobby turned into full-time job.
We like it here because it's a real death conveyor for Russians. It's the most efficient unit we have ever seen.
The drones they are operating are equipped with thermal vision cameras, so they fly at night, destroying logistics, armored vehicles and manpower. Now they are on a free hunt mission. I'm shocked when I'm told that with some special tricks these guys are able to fly as far as 20-25 kilometers, which can compete with some of the artillery systems' range.
Check out that dugout. There's a person. Nah, that's not our client. Our drone is expensive, so we have to hit something expensive.
The person who is responsible for shells and applying them to the drones is Ivan, the group engineer. He takes us to show the ammunition storage.
These are little gifts for the naked emperor. We have plenty of them. They shouldn't get their hopes up that we're running out. We're getting more in. New types are being developed. So we're all set.
And here we are in a small hall, sitting on the boxes full of explosives. This is where the life cycle of a Russian munition ends, and Ivan is the person who sets them off on their last journey. With this video, we wanted to show how much effort goes into sending one trophy shell back, and what kind of tricks Ukrainian soldiers have to invent to deal with the Russian army while lacking ammunition. Dear viewers, we made it out safe, but the troops will remain at positions, and those units are quite efficient. So if you like what they are doing, I encourage you to support Achilles Battalion by following the QR code on the screen or in the description of the video. Thank you.